From the 1800 metres race 3, we drop down to the 1200 metres here for race number 4. But we're still in Class 4 company with 12 of them heading to post. Happy Sharing carrying top weight. He drops in class. Good News from barrier 1. Here's a one-time winner. That was at Shartin over the 1200s. Fortune Present, Master Luck, just one start for them so far. Happy Trio was a fast finishing third down Shartin straight last out behind Cheval Valiant. We've got Next Model, who's won here over the 1000 metres. Casa Kingdom, a last start winner over course and distance, comes up in class. Melbourne Hall, third course and distance last time to Street Scream, and Steel Win. His wins have been on the all-weather, and he comes off an all-weather campaign here to Happy Valley, Tom.
Look at the pace here at Next Model. He hasn't gone forward in his last few runs, but he was going forward a few starts ago. Next Model there with the Good News, and Good News, he comes to Happy Valley for the first time. See You Again, he's got the hood going on for the first time, and Shining Fortune looks like he should get a similar sort of run to what he had last time, Paul.
Yeah, the thing with Next Model was he's stepping up from 1000 to 1200, so from a wide draw, I think they'll have no choice but to go forward, otherwise he's going to be caught wide. Good News comes here for the first time, so we'll see how he goes. He's got plenty of pace. Happy Sharing downgraded should get a nice run.
Okay. All right, it's probably a good place to start then with Happy Sharing. This is him finishing third, Tom, last time out. Means he gets the drop in class. This is behind Smart Idea, another horse that runs later on.
Yeah, so he's only had a handful of runs here. He started off at a mark of 63 to Happy Sharing. He comes down in grade, and this was his best run last time out. So I think he's ready to just about do something. I thought he stayed on pretty well behind Smart Idea and Stormtrooper.
Yeah, definitely goes in for me because he's only had the 4 starts and he's run well in Class 3 off the 63 rating, and now he's down here already into Class 4. So he could be a really well-rated horse.
So Smart Ideas on a hat-trick. Stormtrooper's never too far away. He was 4th last week as well, so that form continues to stand up. This is Happy Trio. Good News and Next Model, Paul, down the straight. Happy Trio, like he jumps on a travelator in the last 50 yards.
He does. The query I've got with him is it was a wet track this day, wasn't it? And how much of the wet track? He steps up to 1200, so you'd think he would be suited by it, although he did run last when he did run 1200 at Shartin. He's coming to Happy Valley for the first time, as is Good News. Now, Good News has already won over 1200 metres, and he's a speedy on-pace runner as well. Of the two on that particular race, Happy Trio was the better run, but I still think Good News can beat him.
Yeah, Happy Trio, he was good first up when he was at a ridiculous price in the market. No one had fancied him off his trials. Then he came out 9 to 1, didn't do too much, and then they forgot about him again last start, and he did that. So I think he's ready to run a race, and that first up run was on a good track too.
Yeah. All right, so that's interesting. One more race then to check on, and this is Charming Steed, Tom, and See You Again.
Yeah, blinkers are coming off here. He's been a bit costly. This horse beaten favourite 3 runs ago. He's trialled at Happy Valley. I thought he was doing his best work late in that trial. Charming Steed. We'll See You Again. He's come up really short in early bidding, Paul, and he'd have to go down as a shade disappointing too. Hood goes on. Yeah,
he goes in for me, but you'll be dealing me out of even money. There's no way he'll start that, I don't think. It's just a bit of an anomaly at the moment. But look, he goes in, and Charming Steed goes in on a minor line as well.
Yeah, and See You Again has trialled since that last start. Pretty good trial as well at Shartin. Danny Schum and Zach Purton teaming up with him. You say even money, you don't like that. Does he get into the numbers though still?
He does, yeah. I've got him in as a Quinella horse, but I just don't really like him as at that type of price. But I do like Good News in this race. He's coming to Happy Valley for the first time, so you've got to take that on account. But from barrier 1, he's going to get the perfect run, and he's a horse that is an on-pace runner. He's only had the 5 starts. He looked really good when he won first up here in Hong Kong. And coming here to Happy Valley, I just think he's going to be really suited. So I'm going to go with him. I think he can win, but he won't start 13 either. He's only 1.4 a place. But See You Again in there for second. Happy Sharing could be the best rated horse in the race, and then Charming Steed, 2, 7, 1 and 3.
I've gone 7, 8, 6 and 1 here. See You Again, but not interested in that even money quote about him at the moment. But I thought there was a little bit of improvement maybe with the hood going on. He trolled up well enough. Didn't really get put under too much pressure there by Zach Purton. Shining Fortune goes in. He should lob a good run in the race from barrier 2. Just wonder if the track tripped him up a little last time. There was certainly support for him. Happy Trio's in, and Happy Sharing. We saw a horse come off 63 the other day, had limited runs, get down into this grade pretty quickly after being competitive and win. And he's sort of in that category as well, Happy Sharing. That horse the other day was Ace 1. So 7, 8, 6 and 1.
Happy Sharing will do for me as well. The class drop behind Smart Idea is last 2. Nervous Witness and Flying Ace to start before. That'll do for me. Matthew Chaddock for Manfred Mann from barrier 4. That was race 4, a class 4 over the 1200.